Good morning. Let's talk about the first meal of the day after 60 and how to make it support your brain, your eyes, and your joints without fear, myths, or extreme rules. Here is the evidence-based frame. Your breakfast cannot cure dementia in 7 days, but breakfast can influence 3 things that matter a lot in older age. 1. Blood sugar stability. 2. Vascular health. 3. Adequate protein and micronutrients for muscle, function, and resilience. And there is one brain concept people often misunderstand, the glymphatic system. Most glymphatic cleanup happens during deep sleep, not because you chose the perfect breakfast. Sleep physiology is the main lever. So if we want a brain-supporting morning, we keep it simple. Protect sleep at night and keep glucose steady in the morning. Now let's build a practical breakfast template for seniors. I want you to think in 3 parts. Part 1, a protein anchor. Part 2, a fiber-rich, low glycemic load carbohydrate or a vegetable base. Part 3, a healthy fat. This pattern is flexible and it fits many traditional diets. Part 1, protein anchor. For protein, seniors often benefit from getting protein earlier in the day because it helps total daily protein intake and supports muscle maintenance. Choose 1. Eggs or egg plus vegetables. Plain Greek yogurt or cottage cheese if tolerated. A bean or lentil spread. Fish leftovers. Lean poultry. If you have kidney disease, this is where you personalize with your clinician or dietitian. Now the important correction. Whole grains are not automatically bad, and oats are not poison. In trials and meta-analyses, oats, especially because of oat beta-glucan, can improve LDL cholesterol and some cardiometabolic risk markers. But the type matters. Instant oats can raise glucose faster than steel-cut or rolled oats, so if you use oats, use a slower option and pair it with protein and nuts. If you do not want grains in the morning, that is fine too. Use vegetables instead. Tomatoes, cucumbers, leafy greens, mushrooms, or leftover vegetables. Part 3. Healthy fat. For fats, aim more often for unsaturated fats. Olive oil, nuts, seeds, avocado. This is more consistent with heart-healthy patterns than making processed meats the default. Let me give you 3 examples. Choose the one that fits your life. Example A. Classic, balanced. 2 eggs cooked with vegetables. A small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a few nuts. Water or unsweetened tea. Example B. Oats done right. Steel-cut or rolled oats. Add plain yogurt or milk for protein, plus walnuts. Add berries if you like. This is often gentler on glucose than sweet cereal or juice, especially when paired with protein and fat. Example C. No grain savory. Cottage cheese or eggs. Vegetables plus olive oil. A small portion of fruit if desired. A quick word about orange juice and smoothies. Juice concentrates sugar and removes most fiber. That does not make it toxic, but it can raise glucose quickly, especially in insulin resistance or diabetes. If you love juice, keep the portion small and not every day. Whole fruit is usually the smarter default. Now the eye health point that matters. Diets with a higher glycemic index have been associated with higher risk of early age-related macular degeneration in cohort research. So your goal is not 0 carbs. Your goal is better carbohydrate quality and steadier glucose. What about eggs and cholesterol? Modern guidance emphasizes the overall dietary pattern. For many people, dietary cholesterol has a smaller effect on blood cholesterol than saturated fat. Many can include eggs in a healthy pattern, but if you already have high LDL, known heart disease, or familial hypercholesterolemia, you should individualize this with your clinician and pay attention to what you eat with eggs. Eggs with vegetables is very different from eggs with processed meats. For joints, the best supported approach is not a single miracle food. It is an anti-inflammatory dietary pattern over time, often Mediterranean style. Vegetables, legumes, whole grains in appropriate portions, fish, olive oil, nuts, and fewer ultra-processed foods and added sugars. Before you change your breakfast, do this safety check. If you use insulin or sulfonylureas, don't suddenly remove carbohydrates without a plan, hypoglycemia risk. If you have chronic kidney disease, discuss higher protein plans with your clinician. If you have heart failure or uncontrolled hypertension, be cautious with processed meats and added salt. If dairy triggers symptoms, choose lactose-free or non-dairy protein options. Here is your simple 3-day experiment, safe and measurable. For 3 mornings, build a breakfast with a protein anchor, fiber or vegetables, a healthy fat, and keep added sugars low. Then track 3 outcomes at 11 a.m. 1. Your energy stability. 2. Your hunger level. 3. Your mental clarity. If you monitor glucose, note your post-meal response as well. This is not about fear. It is about physiology, patterns, and what is sustainable. Protect your brain by protecting sleep. Protect your eyes by protecting glucose stability and diet quality. Protect your joints by building an anti-inflammatory pattern and keeping protein adequate for function. I'm Professor Oleksii Kalmykov. If you want, write in the comments, my breakfast is A, B, or C, and tell me what you noticed by day 3.